So War Tycoon has recently really been cooking with their updates, and I really do love what the developers have really been doing. However, there are a few updates which I think that should be put in kind of ahead on the list on things that should definitely be changed in the game as soon as possible to make the experience a lot more fresh and a lot more enjoyable, and it's mainly the things that people have really wanted for a long time. So in today's video, guys, I'll be going through the top 5 list of the most wanted things that should be coming into the game as a #1 priority, because everybody absolutely wants it. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. Oh yeah, by the way, the reason why some of my clips are quite old because I am now currently using a brand new laptop in order to record these videos, because my PC still seems to be having a little bit of problems. Okay, so jumping right into the #5 spot, I'm gonna be talking about, of course, a custom hotkey system, which many people have actually been requesting like a lot, because if we take a look at, of course, the keybinds 1 to 5, they are completely fine because they are somewhat reachable. However, if we start to go into 6, 7, 8, 9, and of course 0, that's when stuff starts to get a little bit more difficult. And let's even take an example of people who, let's say, like to use snipers in, let's say, the 9th spot and need to quickly reach the sniper in time. They won't be able to do this because the 9 is so far away from their keyboard, and that actually would make it really problematic in terms of being able to quickly be able to react to your opponents, and some keybinds seem to just be completely locked in this game. But yeah, as you guys can see, even in the settings, they have so many ways in which the overall gameplay and the graphics work, so why not just be adding a custom key system to make the experience a little bit easier for everybody. So jumping to the #4 spot, I personally believe that they should be adding, again, as I said, a new map. Everybody has been wanting the new map for a long time, and man, before they even start working on anything else, it's something that people have really wanted for such a long time, so I don't really understand why the developers ain't really delivering this. Yes, I do respect the fact that they have put so much time into creating these new updates based on the planes and the trading system and etc, but I do think adding something that's more preferable from the community itself would definitely be a somewhat better option. And I know that the developers could create something beautiful like a new map, because they have been cooking so insanely hard with overall designs, and really, man, they are really good at creating designs that are a war theme. Just have a look at the trading camp, have a look at the midpoint, have a look at the petrol station, see how everything is just so minimalistic, however it's just so great and well put in together, man. I know they could do something just as good for us once again to give us a little bit of a refreshment. So moving into the #3 feature on this list, which I'm personally gonna be going through as one of the most controversial ones as of this current moment, such as, of course, the way that the base rating is going to be in terms of wars. Because right now, really, all that base rating really is you go into your opponent's bases, you start to destroy their shield, you start to destroy their power boxes, and then you just spawn kill down until they leave. That's pretty much how everybody does it these days, and there's nothing to really change about it. Even though most of the things are against the game's rules, everybody just plays like this, and the game really cannot afford to be banning everybody. So I feel like the best way in which I believe raiding could be done in this game is to actually be giving some kind of decently leveled reward for being able to win a war, or just being able to raid your opponent's base very efficiently. So let's take an example. Your opponent is going to be having some kind of a stash that's going to be located, of course, in the bunker or just World War II area, wherever you want to actually put it, and that will be having some special worlds which you have to get to by, let's say, destroying some specific places in the base in order to open this up, and then you could actually steal some kind of cash, maybe some kind of medals, or some kind of other currency. And another thing which I also thought that could be good is maybe adding a custom leaderboard or custom event section in which there will be like a, let's say, top 100 base raiders of this week, and the people who do take the higher places will receive higher rewards on, of course, the event leaderboard. And let's say there could be some special weapons that could be given to the people who do be raiding the best, and let's say the way we earn these points is by destroying our opponent's base the best, or just being able to steal all of their cash from their base that's currently available to be stolen, as an example. Okay, so now moving into the #2 spot, the Tycoon as a whole has been very dry lately because the developers haven't been really adding much to it, except stuff like maybe the trading hub, but I don't know where that really counts. Like, people have been asking to be having some kind of way to be changed in terms of the CRAM. They have asked for the drone bay to be changed and etc. And overall the way that the weaponry is surrounded in the base, because right now, as we are able to destroy the serum, the base is immediately vulnerable to enemy attacks. So let's take an example. I think there could be some cool turrets that could be added maybe in corners of bases, just as I pointed right here. Maybe it could remove a sniper tower and kind of like add turrets in the corners to actually be giving the base a little bit more defense, because right now it is just so vulnerable and easy to attack once the serum is gone. Okay, so now moving into the number 1 position is adding ropes into the helicopters, and this is a very interesting feature which many people have been suggesting for quite a long of a time. So let me get into Super Stallion and show you guys a perfect example by just going into a little hover mode and show you guys what it means. So basically what a rope feature could be in this game, that let's say there would be a few ropes attached to a helicopter, which let's say is a transport helicopter that could be carrying some vehicles around, such as maybe ground vehicles, such as maybe a tank, or the vehicles from, of course, the garage. That would also be insanely cool to have. But along with this, also maybe if somebody doesn't have like a parachute to jump out of a helicopter, you could also be having people just going down the rope into taking little fall damage, and that would be so cool, because the way that base raiding would happen would be so much more spectacular. But really, this feature doesn't just give us some kind of refreshment, it literally changes out the whole raiding experience as a whole once again, and it's something that people have been wanting for such a long time. So War Tycoon, it's not something incredibly hard to add. I know there will be bugs that will be happening, however, once you do get over those bugs, you could really create something absolutely beautiful that everybody would love and appreciate. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys in this top 5 video. Let me know in the comment section down below which was your top 5 list. What you think War Tycoon needs to add the most. Personally, I really want these 05s to be added into the game, as they are going to be changing the updates very drastically as time is coming, because I can already see that they have been making so many changes, such as of course changing physics, and really they are changing the overall life experience of the game. So keep it up, War Tycoon, you're doing an absolutely great work. And of course, as I say, make sure to subscribe to more videos just like this one. I would really appreciate you guys, because at this current moment I was recording this video with very high difficulty, but again, everything for the audience.